Hey, what is up? It's Jim, and I'm back with another Tiller tip. Happy opening day to all who celebrate. But this week, we are talking about the great omission. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're sitting there saying, hey, Chuckles, you said that wrong. It's commission. There's a C at the beginning, and you are not wrong. But I'm not wrong either. Okay, because I think there's something missing from the Great Commission, and that's what we're going to talk about today. But first, let me tell a quick little story, because this is just fun. And every time I think of the Great Commission, this is what I think of. Many years ago, I was going out to get coffee with a friend. His name's Dave, and Dave and I have some catching up to do. We got some things to talk about that are real, if you know what I mean. And we go to Starbucks. We get a table kind of like far in the back of the store, and we're warming up and getting going. And there's a girl that comes in, and there's all kinds of tables that she could choose. Of course, she chooses the table right next to us, and it's like, okay, fine. And at some point, as we're talking, it is very obvious that this girl is like totally listening in. She is very keyed into our conversation, and that's a little annoying, but for me, I didn't really care. Like, I want to be authentic. Like, okay, I'm doesn't matter to me. I don't know how Dave felt about it, but she's definitely listening in. And we get to a part where he's sharing something just a little bit more real, and that's when she decides to chime in and interrupt. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, seriously, like right now, like. So she's like, oh, are you guys Christians? And we're like, yeah, we are. How's it going? And she's like, oh, I thought so. Okay, well, I got a question. Tell me all your thoughts about Matthew 28:19. And Dave and I just look at each other like, what is happening right now? No small talk. We're just getting into it. And, I'm annoyed because, like, this is not kosher. This is not great timing. I've really kind of been focused on Dave, and I'm just not thinking. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what is Matthew 28:19? And she's like, oh, the Great Commission. And I'm like, of course it is. Okay. The Great Commission is like in the last two verses of the book of Matthew. Of course, that's chapter 28. I should have figured it out. My head just was not there. And Dave and I laugh about this still, that like, we will never forget what Matthew 28:19 is. Like, we know the Great Commission. We're locked in, right? And so I wish I had my wits about me to actually give her my impression, because I have a serious thought about the Great Commission. But I think we just kind of said, like, I don't know. It's good. We like it. We want to do it. Could we do it right now? Because we're kind of having a conversation here. So here's what the Great Commission is. I'm going to tack on the last verse because it's so good and it goes together. But here we go. Matthew 28:19. Go therefore and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, and in the name of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always to the end of the age. Now, this is amazing. This is the last words that Jesus utters before he ascends up to heaven. This is his parting shot. And so this is probably something pretty important to listen to, okay? Now, the word commission really has some explanation in it, that it is a mission that all of us share in. It is a co-mission that is for all of us. Now, I do a pretty unique job where I coach people through their expectation gaps. And one of my premises absolutely is that the best way to overcome your gap is to serve through it and to serve other people that are stuck in the gap. That is the best way to overcome your expectation gap, is serving through it. And I will often reference the Great Commission and be like, this is for you, dude. Let's do this. Like, well, let's do this together. Let's co-mission this thing. And the response I almost always get is like, oh, I don't know. I just, I didn't go to seminary. I don't know the Bible well enough. And I'm like, Okay, who cares? Like, who cares? I went to seminary and I don't know the Bible well enough. I know it's scary that someone might question you or challenge you, and it's like, I don't know. I never maybe thought of that, or I can't think of a Bible reference for that, or whatever. Like, it really isn't that big of a deal. My encouragement, and you've heard this on Tiller Tips before, is like, okay, God has written a story in your life. Use that. Like, honestly, it is our greatest gift that we can give someone. It is an amazing tool for evangelism or discipleship. Use that. Like, the Great Commission has an omission in it. So what it does not say is, go and get prepared and be ready to therefore go and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Like, this has nothing to do with preparedness. Do you follow me here? I know I've talked about preparedness before, that preparedness is a myth. How could we be prepared for marriage or parenting or suffering or grief or discipleship? Like, how could we ever be prepared? And another Tiller tip talked about how Jesus doesn't really care about our level of preparedness. When he gathered the 12 together and gave the roster of who's on the team, the first thing he did was to send them out to do all the things that Jesus had done. Like, they were in no way prepared. Like, the deal is that he is equipping us in real ways with our story, the story that he's writing in our lives, and also witness. We have the Holy Spirit with us. And behold, I am with you always to the end of the age. Like, preparedness is not a part of the deal here. Like, there is a great omission in the Great Commission, and I hope you know that. I hope you own it. I hope you care about this enough to be like, okay, all right, I'm not prepared. I got my story and I've got witness. Like, let's give it a shot. Let's try. Let's see what happens. Let's taste and see that the Lord is good. And it might be the start of a beautiful relationship. It might be the start of this person living in glory and turning around and multiplying themselves. Like, there's no telling what fruit this could provide. But do not be confused. There is a great omission in the Great Commission. Preparedness is not part of the deal. Okay? I believe that deeply, and I want you to believe that, because I think Jesus is pretty locked in on that. He left it out for a purpose. Okay? So that's what I have for you. Please, guys, like, think about this, especially as we're in this, like, Easter season. We're coming into Holy Week. Like, how can you in real ways do the Great Commission and not worry about what's being omitted there? So, appreciate you guys. Thanks for checking these out, and I will see you next week. I'll see you then.